Guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel, family. You already know what time it is. Gang, we in this thing. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to be a part of the crew. Smash that like button to see what it do, y'all. Okay, so this is another way that they end up utilizing technology against you. So I know whenever the VR and the Oculus and all those virtual reality headset games came out, everybody was on it. That was the latest craze. It's still one of the things that people are still on, people are still utilizing. Now, it's one of those things where you have to be careful in terms of utilizing these things because, like I said, if you're not able to be able to emotionally balance yourself out, it's gonna work against you. So say for instance, okay, whenever these games came out, there was also a lot of scary video games that came out with them. I can't remember them because I do not play horror games, but there was a lot of horror games that was released. And it's one of those things to where your emotions and your mood, like I always say, can play very heavily into your physical body in terms of how your physical body reacts. So say for instance, like, have y'all seen, I know y'all seen the show Black Mirror. If you haven't, go look it up. I'll put it in the description so that way you guys can see how Black Mirror relates to the technology that's being distributed. But basically on every episode of Black Mirror, it shows you how technology can be used against you. So the one that I remember is with the black dude, to where he was so fascinated by constantly going into this virtual reality. Like, he would put the little thing right here on his head, and then he would be inside of like a Mortal Kombat type of game. And he was so fascinated with being inside of that game because he ended up meeting somebody or whatever the case may be, and they ended up falling in love or something like that. I don't know. It was something that was really weird. But he like to go inside the video game constantly, and it came to one of the times to where he ended up getting into the video game and he wasn't able to get out. So they ended up like finding him on the couch, like locked in the game, and like his body was like not responding, like he was basically dead. His body was in a vegetable state, but he was inside the video game, like he was locked in the video game. So I highly believe that that's what we're going to see very soon whenever it comes to these video games. Because like I said, if you're not able to control your emotions, it plays very heavily into your physical body. So say, for instance, you're playing one of these horror games. And it's one of those things to where, okay, you got the virtual headset on and things like that. But if you're playing a horror game and you don't know how to control your emotions, which it could be very difficult because they're making the game so advanced nowadays to where, you know, now they're having it to where you could have it, like you could sense touches and things like that. So say for instance, you know, you're playing this game and something grabs you or something like that. Your body is automatically going to respond in a way to where it's going to be shocked. It's going to be surprised. You know, it's one of those things where it's feeding off of your fear. And if you're too excited in that type of way, that can cause heart attacks, that can cause stroke, that can cause all types of things whenever your body is too excited because your heart is pumping very, very fast. And your heart might not be able to catch up to whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, your heart's not going to be able to maintain the rhythm that it's usually in. So it's one of those things to where whenever your body gets heavily excited like that, that can cause a heart attack from those games that you are playing. And it's one of those things to where, shoot, who knows? You might end up getting locked inside the video game, but not really locked inside the video game. It's where you end up having a heart attack or you go into a vegetative state, and then it was due to the video game. You know, there's nothing that they can do because you're the one that chose to play the game. So it's one of those things to where you always, in terms of the Matrix, you're always given a choice whether you want to do things. And it's one of those things where you just need to be aware of what it is that you're choosing to do in terms of the things that you do. So, I said do. But no, it's one of those things where you just need to be aware because it's a lot of things that play against you. So, I had also posted up the show Alter Ego. That one, it seems like that's more of geared towards the whole gay agenda from what it looks like, because it's one of those things to where, okay, you could you could customize your avatar, you could go up on stage and sing, but it's one of those things to where, okay, we have guys that are like creating female avatars, and then as well, it looks like a cartoon character, so it's like something that kids would be interested in. So it's like one of those things to where I feel like it would be like confusing the kids in terms of like who's behind the avatar, because it's like, okay, if you see a female avatar and then they reveal, because they did this on the show, they reveal behind that female avatar is a male. It's like, wait, but I thought it was a girl. And like, you know, it has a girl voice, but it's a guy. Like, you know, that causes a lot of confusion in terms of the younger generation. So it's one of those things where it's like a whole bunch of agendas that's out in play at the very same time. But one of the major things that's being utilized is technology, because they know that whenever it comes down to it, we're in a society to where we're always wanting more in terms of technology. We always want to take it to the next level. We always want to see what else is out, what other way can we change ourselves in terms of not having to physically change ourselves? Can we change ourselves in terms of technology? So now this is why you also see on the Oculus and also on PlayStation VR, they have it to where like you have a thing to where you could meet up with people. And I don't know what it's called because I haven't went to it before, but I know on the Oculus they have like strip clubs and stuff like that. Like you go to the strip club, you go make your own avatar and things like that. So what happens if it's like a guy behind that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little bit weird. So this is where things get very weird in terms of gender, but at the same time, it's one of those things to where it's like a gay agenda that's being pushed and making it to where it's more acceptable in our society for us to assimilate to that and to be okay with that. And like I said, technology is a very big thing whenever it comes down to this whole spiritual warfare, because that's one of the ways that they're using or altering people's way of thinking. And it's one of the things to where the more advanced that the technology becomes, the more that we have certain situations to where, who knows, it's going to play in terms of health complications. You know, just like I said, with you deciding to say, okay, let me play a horror game, it's going to play on your emotions. You're going to be in a fearful type of state. It's going to cause your heart to pound even more, even harder. Your heart's going to have to do even more work, which can lead to, if you continue to play that game, it could lead to situations of heart attack, of cardiac arrest, of stroke, and things like that. So you just have to be aware of what it is that you're playing, or what it is that you're doing, or what it is that you just bring into your life, because it's one of those things to where not everything, it might look good, but not everything is as good as it looks. So just be careful out here in these streets, y'all. But anyways, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.